Hey guys, it's Carl Brown from GuitarLessons365.com. So we're going to take a look at Lonely Boy by the Black Keys. So this one's a little bit odd. Now, just to let you know real quick, when I was playing that intro riff there with the whammy bar dives, that was actually done with a whammy pedal. So if you have a whammy pedal, you can just set it for like an octave down whenever you rock it forward or whatever. And then it'll make it a little bit easier to play. If you don't, you just have like a floating trim system, you can do it, kind of recreate it pretty close just by using your whammy bar. Now we're in standard tuning here, so it's pretty self-explanatory. And we have that little hybrid picking part coming up too. So we're going to start here though with just the open low E string, and then you can just use all downstrokes if you have the bar, which I think most people will be using. Just keep it in your hand here, so you have down, 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 4 downs, and then the 3rd fret, and then 2 downstrokes again on low E strings. So we have little pause, and then you hit it 4 more times, and on that 4th time, dive down and come back up with 2 more. So we have this. Alright, and now we have that part which is basically a hybrid pick guitar part that has a harmony line done by the keyboards an octave higher. Now this part is definitely the trickiest part of the song, and it sounds like this. Alright, so what's going on there is the pick is always playing the quarter note of the open strings, the open E, while that melody line is played with your middle finger. Alright, so let's work that out. So we're going to start here with this is the low E string, and then so we're a little bit out of tune because of all that whammy bar stuff I was just doing. So we had this low E, and then that low E picked with your 5th fret here on the B string twice, and then back to low E by itself again. So we had this. Now we have more 8th notes. You're going to hit those 2 notes together again, and then play 3 on the B string. Then the low E again, and then the 2nd fret. Obviously, anything that's not the low open strings, you're going to be playing with your middle finger. So far we have the low E, then the open G again, and then you're going to play the open E with the 2nd fret on the G again. So we have this. Now while that's ringing, you're going to mute the low E string right when you pick the open A. So we have this. Then you're going to pick the G and the A string together twice. Then the open A by itself one more time. Then you pick those 2 notes again. Then the open G with the middle finger. Open A. Then the 2nd fret on the D with your middle finger. Open A, and then the open D with your middle finger. And then play the A power chord just by itself. So you can pick that one if you want. So we have this. Repeat it. Now the key to this kind of stuff is to really feel that quarter note and just feel like all the other things are just a melody that's working over those, and with your middle finger. So it's a little bit awkward. Work it out just bit by bit. Just add a new section on, just practice this. Just like first measure. And then this. All right, and then just start getting the feel of it. Just kind of locking in the groove, and it's a lot easier. All right, then we have, after that part, we had this. All right, so what he's doing here is he's aiming for, he's kind of got this kind of a Bo Diddley effect going here. Have a E major chord in your hand, but you don't really want to hear the G string. So you kind of want to keep that muted, and if you were to hit the G, that's the note you're going to want to hear, not the minor, of course. So the rhythm is the important thing here. He's going. Now those accents that are happening on these top two strings, now he keeps coming down between the accents and hitting the low E string. But those accents, how to feel it is this. You're kind of doing a straight eighth note feel, like that. Except that you're accenting the downstroke, and then the next time you're accenting the up, and then down, and then up. So watch where I'm accenting. So it's down, up, down, up. Then the low E, and that third fret again. So we had this. So when I'm doing those accents, I'm coming down and hitting the low E string too, just really muted. All right, so from there we go into the verse, which is that rhythm pretty much, just done over 3 chords. That first chord we just played. So then over this G, now he plays the G kind of like the Hendrix style, which is the bar here, the first 2 strings across the 3rd fret, 4th fret on the G, 5th on the D, with the low, the 3rd fret there played with your thumb. And then same thing here, 2 frets higher, but he lets this one ring out a little bit more. All right, and then we get to the chorus, which is really the easiest part of the song. So let's play through that real quick. All right, so he does that a few times. So that's pretty much just going to be this E power chord to the 7th fret on the A string and the 9th fret on the D, along with the low E open string. So the rhythm is going to be down, down, up, down, down, up. So for the first measure, then it's just straight down, up for the second. So all together. Now the next 2 chords are just that G and that A again. Instead of, kind of just played as power chords though. And they're played half the length. So that first rhythm, down, down, up, down, happens at the 3rd fret power chord. And then move it up to 2 frets, and then it's straight 8s on there. We have this. Just repeat it. All right, and then we have kind of leaving that first chorus, he does a couple fills in there. I dare call it a guitar solo, and we'll just call it a guitar solo. So he just does a couple little things in there. Let me play through that section real quick so I can show them to you. Here we go. All right, so it's basically that verse rhythm just on this E chord. Now the second time around that rhythm, after you did the 3rd fret, when you're starting back over with it, after that second downstroke accent is when the fill starts, the first lick starts. And it's just the open low E string, then hammer 0-2 on the A string, then the open D, and then that little third fret again with a slight bend on it. Then back to the rhythm. And now after, when you go back into the rhythm and obviously do that on the third downstroke again, accent, we had this, which is just the low E again, hammer on 0-2 on the D, and the open D, then 2-0 on the A. Then back to the rhythm. All together. And then you're back to the verse. All right, so it kind of needs to go back into the hybrid picking part and stuff. So that hybrid picking part, once you get it nailed, it's pretty fun to play. So just take your time with it. It can be a little bit frustrating when trying to do that kind of style of playing, but it's really rewarding when you get it together. All right, hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you again soon for GuitarLessons365.com.